Hey y'all, Dr. Wells back again from St. Augustine Beach. Another beautiful day. We're doing our third video of 4 on GLP medications. And today we're going to talk about the gray markets of GLP medications. So early days of GLP medications like semaglutide, they were used for patients that had diabetes. They were injectables. They had good results. Then suddenly Mounjaro and some of these other medications started rolling out for obesity and weight loss, and once those hit the market, they become so popularized with the demand, the prices went way through the roof. So now I've had some of my patients say, I'm paying $1,000 a month through insurance to get this medication to help me lose weight. And so some of them can't afford it. So what do? They go kind of to these off-market sites, right? Because while they're trying to develop generics, a lot of the medication companies are trying to keep those patents around and preventing those generics from being developed as of yet. So a couple of years back, people could get GLP-like substances or GLP compounds from compounding pharmacies, and then the FDA stepped in and said, absolutely not, can't do that anymore. Basically, we're eating into the profits of some of these pharmaceutical companies, right? So what's happened now are that people are going online, or some of our patients are going online and purchasing GLP medications from warehouses and labs, effectively basically buying them sort of off the shelf and illegally per se through online sources. Well, what's the issue with that? Well, according to a 2024 study, the actual purity of some of these compounds is anywhere from 7.7 to 14.3% in this sample from this study. That's definitely concerning, because you can see that if you're not getting the right dose, you could have adverse effects, or you may try to take more, right? Well, the other issue is patients have tried other medications like supplements like berberine. We talked about this in our second video. Berberine helps with the insulin response. It can help lower blood sugar. Some people say it's sort of like the natural GLP, but it really isn't. It acts on a completely different pathway. And so what patients sometimes will do is double up. They'll have berberine or this gray market GLP, or the gray market GLP is just berberine, right? And so they don't really know what they're getting, and that's the issue with not having that regulation and inspection. So what does this mean? Well, poison control calls over the last several years are up over 1,000% related to complications from GLP, particularly injections and mixing. So some of these patients are getting powder and they're mixing them with sterile water to try to inject themselves, and they're mistaking micrograms for milligrams, and whoops, I'm getting way too much and suddenly I'm sick. There's also been case reports of patients having strong allergic reactions. This was recently in the news, and I also had a fellow family member who else had a very strong allergic reaction to one of these medications. So in the end, the safety profile of some of these gray market peptides just are not there. And I really caution patients and physical therapists that their patients may be checking these things out, and they need to understand, A, there's some safety concerns. B, there are sometimes other avenues. I found on goodrx.com and another cash pay website that they can actually offer some of those first line medications like Wegovy and semaglutide for $99 to $129 per month at a cash rate. So again, if you don't go through insurance, you might get it at a cheaper price. Again, $99 to $129, that may be still too much for some of our patients. So I get that may be expensive. However, that's probably a safer route than trying to pay $75 online and getting something that isn't the right dose or possibly isn't the right compound at all. So if you like this content, subscribe, check us out at www.nutritionalphysicaltherapy.com. We have board-approved nutritional physical therapy courses, and stay tuned for our fourth and final video of this series, which will be on the long-term results of GLP. Have a great day.